Like, I don't know how to, you never know how to start these things, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, you just jump in like, hi, my name is Ryan with Lebanon Now, and I'm here with Mayor Jared Carr. We're very happy to have him on today. So let's just jump right in with the questions and answers. And thank you so much for coming out today.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome, and I'm admiring your studio up here. This is great. So, and I want to say too, appreciate so much what you're doing, getting Lebanon, putting it at the forefront. You're all about Lebanon all the time.
Yeah.
Everything you do is everything Lebanon, and it's awesome. It's great to see, and it's great to be able to see it from the beginnings. I was up here a few months ago, and it's so much different now, and this is just great.
Well, I thank you for that. Yeah, that's the whole thing about when we started this. We wanted to make sure you always look for the connector in programming, right? And I put a commercial out. It's the soil we live on. We all live in Lebanon. We all have vested interest in what Lebanon does and how Lebanon operates and the things that happen for good and bad in Lebanon. We're all invested in that. And to build, and it takes time, reputable sources, places that highlight that instead of just either not knowing or not understanding what's going on in Lebanon has been the whole mission. So that's why I'm glad that you came here, because you're mayor of Lebanon.
That's correct.
You're mayor. So tell me, because we were talking beforehand, you haven't really had a chance to sit down and address the people on this scale and all of this. So why would you want to be mayor of Lebanon?
I don't know if it's a want to, as much as just the way I am. First of all, I'm a lifetime resident of Lebanon, lived here all my life except for whenever I was in college, and born and raised here. Rode my bike all around the streets all over town, and whenever I was a kid and growing up, Little League baseball, all the good stuff that comes along with childhood, I did right here in Lebanon, and just really love this community. And growing up, and my family, we'd really worked hard on trying to give back to the community as much as we possibly can, and with time or whatever kind of thing, whatever we could do. And so I feel like Lebanon has given me so much with just a great place to live. I love this community, like I said, and just being able to grow up here. I wanted to give back to the community, so that's really why I wanted to be mayor, or why I said yes, I guess. And how that all happened, a councilman asked me he goes, "You ought to be mayor," and I said, well, actually, it's kind of funny. I came home and asked my wife first. You know, I got to get the blessing from her.
Can I be mayor?
And I didn't ask her if I could. I said, hey, I got asked if immediately no, and immediate no, and so. But she thought about it, and I thought about it more too, and we talked more about it and everything else. And she finally came around. If you really want to do that, really want to give back that way, I'll support you 100%, and she still does to this day. So hats off to my wife Tara. So I got to say that to her. But you know, so really jumped in with that mindset is how I started. With being mayor is I want to give back, do whatever I can do, take my skill set and be able to apply that to the city and try to help out in whatever way I can.
Now, the one thing that I learned recently, in less than a couple of years ago, is the mayor's not a full-time job, is it?
The mayor of Lebanon is not a full-time job. Roughly right now, about 10 hours a week, roughly is about what I spend. Of course, if something dramatic happens in town, May 4th storms back in 2020, or even the pandemic of 2020, those kind of things, or if a big fire's happening or whatever kind of thing, then it obviously takes a little bit more time.
Of course.
But certainly averaging about 10 to 12 weeks, or if I got to come get an interview or something along that line, that takes some time too. But
absolutely,
but, those kind of things. But no, it's not a full-time position. But certainly, I always have Lebanon on my mind all the time, whether it's cooking up some crazy harebrained idea or what I'm going to say today, kind of thing. Just trying to work through those. So it certainly takes a little bit more mental time, but on day to day going and doing this stuff, it's roughly about that 10 hours. So no, not just a part-time position.
Yeah. And how long have you been mayor?
I've been mayor since September of 2017, so almost coming up on 8 years now, I guess.
8 years, yeah.
Yeah, if I could do math.
So what has been, you feel, in that 8-year time from here from when you began to now, what's been your biggest achievement so far?
You know, we started off, one of the first things we did, and this was in the spring of 18, after first things we did, I guess, is hire a new city administrator. We needed a new city administrator. We hired Mike Shoemaker, and he started in April. And then right after he started, we did a customer survey. And I know that doesn't sound like much of an accomplishment to just put some questions together, mail them out, and get them back. I think our accomplishment is listening to that, and myself and council steering our goals and working towards improving Lebanon to see what the citizens wanted to see, and listening to those feedback. And we did one in 18, we did one in 20, we did one in 22 and 24. We'll do one again next year as well. And each of those surveys have always been a critical part of setting up our goals, setting up the city's budget, and setting out the things and giving staff the direction to go out there and make those things happen. And I really think that's been the biggest accomplishment, is going from setting up those initial goals to where we're at now, and looking at the progress that we made just in the last 8 years on all of that has been what I would consider the biggest accomplishment.
And you guys really want people to partake in that survey. Now, I was I produced the State of the City video that came out last year. Or this year? I don't know. It's been a long time.
It was this year. Earlier this year. Earlier spring.
Yeah. They all run together.
Time flies when we're having fun.
But you guys really do dig into those citizen surveys, and that's really how you want to direct people. So tell us. Let's stay on the survey just for a little bit. What type of stuff is on there? Because I know a lot of people will get it in the mail and like, I'm going to do that or whatever. So why is it important for everyone to actually partake in those surveys?
Well, they give data points like the number one thing's been streets. And since 18, and really the budget year starting in 19, we've allocated an additional funds to the street department from general fund and of course the transportation tax that's on the books as well. But really dedicated to making streets and beautifying those, repaving them, stretching our dollars as far as we can to make the most impact throughout the community, and really abiding and setting up street master plans and those kind of things to be able to accomplish that. And our street department's phenomenal. They do a great job. Everybody that works out there at Public Works, the street department's awesome, and I can't say enough about them. And we've been able to pave. I should have looked this up before. I want to say somewhere close to about 20 miles since I've been mayor, which is a lot of. We have about 110 miles of asphalt here in town. So that we maintain. So getting that done and really fixing those roads up makes all the neighborhoods better. So as you go down the survey, number 2 has been code administration, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that here in just a few minutes. But making sure people's houses, they're keeping their grass mowed, and that buildings are within code, and that they're safe and sound structures for citizens to live in or even work in, and those type of things. And it's what was important to them. Then third was public safety, and of course the public safety, fire department, police department. I think we have a great team there, great assets to the community. And those things have gotten even better, and being able to listen and react to spots within the community that they want to see. And that's where that survey, there is, you do get your address. They're anonymous surveys, but we get your address, and that still stays anonymous at the data points, but it gives us little hot spots around the community of, hey, these people all reported that this was a big problem for them, or this portion over here was a big problem for them, and all those data points are lined out in those surveys, and so it really gives us a lot of data as far as what to see, or where to go into to be able to make the biggest impact.
the city is roughly 15,000 people, right? And that's not an easy ship to maneuver quickly, right?
Yes.
So realistically, when you start looking into the city and these things and these surveys, this takes time because it is government. Nothing about government is quick. I think we can all agree to that, right?
Yes.
So give us, if you know off the top of your head, if not, but I know from the state of the city, like we're working on sidewalk improvements, street improvements, park improvements, those types of things are all currently in the works, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And that is the thing that's been my biggest struggle, being the mayor, and you hit on it. There's being in the private world, private business, you own it, and you can kind of go, okay, we're going to go this direction, and then everybody goes.
Yeah.
Well, with the city, you kind of got to, okay, well, now we got to go through this. We got to do this. We have to go out and get it. We have to get it properly engineered. We have to make sure it's okay. We have to make sure we have the easements. We have to make sure all the data points are correct and everything else. And it can really drag out the process, I should say. But at the end of the day, you have a lot better product. It's exactly what the citizens demanded or wanted of you to be able to do. So it works out better in the end. But certainly that was one of the things I struggled with. It's like, let's go this way, and then all of a sudden, no, we can't. We got to wait. You got to wait, and then you hear somebody at the grocery store when you're walking by. Why is this not done? Well, we're working on it, and you feel like a broken record at that point.
Right. But it's almost like in college. Like I own my own business. I can do whatever I want, and then your science teacher makes you do a group project.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Okay,
and
I guess
that's kind of the difference of being a private business and then being a public business. It's accountable not only to the people, but the legal system and the councilman and all of those other things.
Absolutely. And you got to make sure everybody's on the board, and you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing as well, which is always hard, and really feeding back to those surveys. I live and die on them. I really do. I think they've been such a fantastic tool for the town to be able to have. And for staff to be able to see, and for council and myself to really gear those up, and then we can go forward full force, so to speak.
So let's talk about some things currently going on, because thank you so much for letting us know kind of how we got here.
Yeah.
But let's start with park improvements, right? I think that parks are a wonderful thing. I think the more people stay inside and play video games, i.e. my kids all the time, that the parks are a little more underutilized, right? Mm-hmm. But you guys are doing a lot of improvements. Can you go through the ones you know off the top of your head? Just letting us know what currently is being upgraded. Like currently, as we said here, crews are working on it.
The parks, and I got to thank the citizens once again for stepping up to the plate, passed a park and stormwater improvement tax, and that really freed up, or didn't free up any money, because we also at the same time repealed or set the rate that we had on property tax. Half the property tax for Lebanon was set to zero because that did pass. And so with those funds, it really set up a nice solid block that you could actually make some plans on parks forward. And our park board's done a fantastic job of creating that and building that. And just in testing that, they tried the first park they did was Wallace Park, a little bit smaller park off of Harwood there. And what a transformative project that was. Took all the old equipment out, put new equipment that's all inclusive, gets everybody.
It's all bright and shiny.
It's
like
bright and
very
shiny.
Bright colors.
Oh, it's great. It's absolutely beautiful, and then also it added pickleball courts, which is absolutely nuts, but it's crazy right now how busy pickleball is. But just driving by Harwood as that was going on, or once it got completed, and seeing multiple families out there all the time, any day of the week, out there playing, utilizing it, brand new equipment, and the feedback on that was great. So moving on to current, so that really got us energized. I got the park board energized. It's like, this really works. So we started moving on to parks. Well, one of our larger parks in town is Ashley Park, out on North 5, and so currently, and just actually last Monday, council approved paving the lower parking lot off of Indian Creek. We're going to add on a couple more pickleball courts and basketball courts there, which is part of phase 2 of the overhaul of Ashley Park. I don't know if you've been out there recently, but phase 1 was closing off that exit, changing the exit up there on Goldenwood and making that a bigger exit, getting the parking lot paved and everything else. Phase 3 is adding some more stuff to the ball fields, new concession stands, those kind of things. And there again, that's all due to the park sales tax that was added just a couple of years ago, and really being able to move up those projects. This was really slated for about 2027, and so we're moving it up almost about a year and a half now on that, and being able to get those things done, and it's really going to improve the entirety of Ashley Park. Then of course we're going to go on. It's not going to stop there. I mean, it's going to keep on going and go park to park to park, and just really excited to see what happens whenever you do have a plan in place, and then there's action taken on that, and it really makes it better for the citizens, and that seeing Wallace Park, I'm sure Ashley Park's going to be the same way once it's all completed. So
is the bus we played on as kids still there?
I should know that. I should know that, but I know what bus you're talking about.
Right. It's on the lower end down by the Indian Creek thing. We played on that bus.
I know. Yeah. Oh, I totally remember playing on that. I'm going to have to go back there. So I'm going to go by there as soon as I leave here, and I'll let you know.
Let me know.
If that bus is still there.
But speaking of parks, let's keep moving on here.
Okay.
So police department presence at Gascanade Park. Now, as of this recording, it's Wednesday. It'll probably come out Friday, but it's Wednesday. And yesterday you guys announced that you're going to increase patrols at Gascanade Park down on 4th Street. And Gascanade has got not the greatest reputation of the parks in town. So take us through your decision on doing that.
Well, there again, that comes back to those surveys and the data points that are fed into that, and police is very keen on picking up those data points and driving where they're going to enforce laws, or where they're going to put a presence at, and as you know, Gascanade hasn't been the greatest in reputation-wise. We want to change that. We want to make it inclusive for everybody, and really change it. And we added a skate park there several years ago, and that's not the reason that it got bad. It was actually great. It gave it some activity, and then I think that's what made people actually realize, hey, there's something else going on here. Yeah. And so now the police is stepping up, and they're putting in new cameras out there. They're going to put in, which is going to help deter any kind of vandalism that may be going on or anything like that. That'll help with the bathrooms. I know we just redid those not too long ago as well. And we also had this upcoming year on the budget, we approved $100,000 to actually expand that skate park. So the skate park's going to get bigger, have a bigger presence there as well, and make it more more friendly to everybody that wants to do that. So, really wanting to make that a family space. That's one of the original parks in town. That's one of the original locations. I mean, the Gascanade Hotel was there.
Yes. Check out Lecklead Relics if you want to know more about that.
Yeah. See, I'll give you some plugs too.
Yeah, right.
But really, just want to step up, make it a safe park for everyone to be able to use is their whole goal with that. And I think we've gotten great positive feedback from that so far. Oh yeah. And really looking forward to seeing what that does.
That post blew up, like lots of likes, lots of good comments, but lots of good comments, lots of good things on there. So let's keep moving along here. The Dilapidated Housing Initiative. That's one that came out recently that I think a lot of people might have flew a little under the radar. So tell us about that one.
So, as I mentioned on the surveys, there again, going back to those, number 2 is code enforcement or management of those. And there's a lot of structures around the town that just were unsafe for somebody to live in. Yeah. And so Codes has went through, they've made a list of structures, and we've allocated funds, about $100,000 there again this year for the demolition of those. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 of those structures are going to come down this year, which frees up the land for either to build a new house on or just manage it itself. Have a blank lot's better than just a house that's falling apart.
That's falling apart.
And unsafe. You have squatters. You have all those kind of people come in.
Kids go play in it.
Yes, it's totally an unsafe situation for any of that. That's going to happen here pretty quick. Somewhere around next month. In the middle of next month, we're planning on having 3 or 4 or 5 of those down by then. So that's really going to help out and kick that off to get that started. We're also doing a minor home repair system. We put $25,000 in that as well, and so that'll be with Love Your Neighbor project. You've heard of them. You heard of Love Your Neighbor. They do a fantastic job with our Level Up Lebanon initiative that's going around, and so we're gonna. That's just another little thing that we can try to help out. If it's maybe you just got one little spot on your house that's bad, help out and make it safe and sound for you to be able to live in.
And that's just neighbors being neighbors, and that's good people coming along and doing good stuff.
Absolutely.
And STEM Lab partnership. Let's go down the list here. The STEM Lab partnership.
This is a fantastic collaboration between Lebanon, City of Lebanon, Lebanon R3 School District, Ozark Technical Community College, and all of the health providers here in the community as well. What a great opportunity Lebanon has right now to be able to be in this, to be able to be at the forefront of providing medical training for medical professionals. And this is really going to put us on the map of that. And I don't say that lightly. This is a really cool project. This City of Lebanon put towards about close to $1 million to build a place. It's out there at the Robert Plaster Center for Student Success. And but a great asset to the community. And this is going to be people all over the region coming here to train for medical training. And what these simulators do, the way I understand, I haven't actually seen one in person. Can't wait to be able to do that. So there's a patient laying on the table, and they have to come in and assess them, and they may have blood squirting out of their arm. That's the way I understand it.
Like a real person?
No. It's like a dummy. It's remember the old CPR dummies? Andy, are you okay? Kind of thing. But these are like more elaborate, and so you have to diagnose, find out what's going on, and then work on that patient, get them, and it's a real life. I mean, the simulators, and they could do all kinds of stuff. They could, while that's happening, they stroke out or something like that, and you have to diagnose, and they'll talk to you and yell at you, and then they have actors in the room as well that might be the husband and wife, or they'll have all kinds of different situations that medical providers have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and really gives them an in-depth real life without a real life person getting hurt.
Without a real life person having to stroke out and bleed everywhere.
But what a fantastic asset that's going to be to the community. And I can't say enough about the collaboration that happened there. Would not have happened without all of those entities working together with one common mission of providing medical care, better medical care here in the community. And that was a project that stemmed from our project 2040. That was our long-term comprehensive plan that we just completed last year. And one of the holes that we kind of found that we had in there was filling these medical provider jobs that are here in the community with our great medical providers, but not having this cornerstone or not being able to pull them in. And this is one of the things to be able to help that out. We're hoping they come here, train here, and then they work here, stay here, live here, and all that good stuff.
And that's the thing from like back when we were kids and back in the day, we're old enough to say that now, is that, we had 1, maybe 2 medical providers, and that's grown to 4, 5. So now there's an actual medical ecosystem that's starting to take shape here in Lebanon. So having that STEM lab part of it is going to help us as a community just be healthier, retain doctors, and hire maybe some hometown people to actually be doctors and work here inside
nurses,
the community.
paramedics, fire. I mean, all of these people are going to benefit from this. And I understand, I think the closest one, I think they have one in Springfield. OTC has one up there, and it's booked booked out. You can't get in there. So this is going to be an asset to that, and it's really going to be great. And then I'm not sure how far east. I think you might have to go to St. Louis to get one.
Wow.
So I mean, it's really going to be a regional benefit to Lebanon and keep them going here.
So as we wrap up, let's talk about growth and where we're going and what we're doing and over your 7-year term. Time for a compliment to you. I remember when growing up here and just there's a lot of times that Lebanon seems to do this, right? In time. Over the past years, we've seen a steady growth in a lot of different areas, whether it be just improvements in city and tourism and what we're doing in downtown, what we're doing in whatever. And just thank you and the city for that continued upward climb. So where are we going next? What direction are we headed next?
Well, I don't take all the credit for it by any means, Ron, because it really is a team effort. Our staff, our city staff, council has been on board with this, and it's really all due. I go back to it again. Those surveys. Right. I mean, I know I've been pounding on those, but it really is that feedback from the community, because we don't know exactly what they want to see. I mean, I might have some harebrained idea, like I said before, but this is not, I'm not going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what you guys want to do. What the citizens of Lebanon want, they want to see in Lebanon. So I got to defer. I can't take all the credit for it.
Of course, you're just representing the city. So carry that back.
I'm glad to be a part of it. Glad to be able to help out on there. But we've seen all kinds of different things with the downtown revitalization. Downtown board's been great. This is awesome. We're setting downtown now, this building wasn't. I don't even think it was used anything, a couple of years ago. So this just great to see this. Great to see the energy. Great to see the energy throughout the whole community. Lots of dirt moving on the south side of town. Several restaurants coming in.
Yes.
Out there by the 127, we got a Culver's coming in. We got. The Big Whiskey's expansion there was great. We're doing some more road construction out there. There's also out there by the middle school, and then across on the east side of South 5, there's roughly about 380 units coming in for housing, which is much needed around the community, and to continue to grow. That's going to be awesome. That's going to add a whole nother level of everything. Everything's got to grow from there. So so that's going to be great. There's a Jersey Mike's coming in, sub shops coming in, South 5.
I love Jersey Mike's.
And we just got news about Buffalo Wild Wings, the little express stores coming in. So that's going to be great. Nice. So I mean, there's your breaking news for today. But all this stuff's not possible unless everybody's on board with growing the community, helping out, and I certainly appreciate everybody's input on everything, whatever it comes to. I mean, we've done so much over the last 8 years. I can't say it all right here in this short form here that we're on, but it's great to see the community continue to grow, continue to prosper, and that's all due to everybody's direction that they give us and being able to carry that out and carry it forward. So.
Absolutely.
So all the growth and momentum is not possible without everybody getting on board throughout the community and really giving back to us and letting us know what they want to see Lebanon become.
Absolutely. Well, I've taken up enough of your time today. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. And thank you for all the wonderful things that the city's done. You're welcome here anytime. Come back and talk to us. Address the people. Do the thing. Thank you for your kind words. And how do we get a hold of you and the city if we have questions, comments, or concerns?
So on our webpage, lebanonmo.org is the website, or they can email me at mayor@lebanonmo.org, and or they can stop by City Hall, and my office door is always open. So.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. My name is still going to be, but until next time, this is Ryan Shear with Lebanon Now.